We shall know by this fellow the players cannot keep counsel. They'll tell all.
Will it tell us what the show's meant?
Aye, or any show that you will show him. Be not you ashamed to show, he'll not shame to tell you what it means.
You are not all marked to play.
For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently.
Is this a prologue or the posy of a ring?
'Tis brief, my lord.
As woman's love.
Full 30 times hath Phoebus' cart gone round, Neptune's salt wash and Tellus-orbed ground, and 30 dozen moons with borrowed sheen about the world have times 1230 spin. Since love our hearts and Hymen did our hands unite commutal in most sacred bands.
So many journeys made the sun and moon make us again count o'er ere love be done. But woe is me, you are so sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former state, that I distrust you. Yet though I discomfort you, my lord, it nothing must. For women fear too much, even as they love, and women's fear and love hold quantity, in neither aught nor in extremity. Now what my love is, proof hath made you know, and as my love is size, my fear is so. Where love is great, the littlest doubts are fear. Where little fears grow great love grows there.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers their functions leave to do, and thou shalt live in this fair world behind, honoured, beloved, and happily one as kind. For husband shalt thou.
Oh, confound the rest! Such love needs must be treason in my breast. In second husband let me be accursed. None wed the second, but who killed the first.
That's wormwood. Wormwood.
The instances that second marriage move are base respects of thrift, but none of love. A second time I kill my husband dead, when second husband kisses me in bed.
I do believe you think what now you speak, but what we do determine oft we break. Purpose is but the slave to memory, of violent birth but poor validity, which now, like fruit unripe, sticks on the tree, but fall and shaken when they mellow be. Most necessary 'tis that we forget, to pay ourselves what to ourselves is debt. What to ourselves in passion we propose, the passion ending, doth the purpose lose. The violence of either grief or joy, their own enactors with themselves destroy. Where joy most rebels, grief doth most lament. Grief joys, joy grieves, on slender accident. This world is not for aye, nor 'tis not strange that even our love should with our fortunes change. For 'tis a question left us yet to prove, whether love let fortune or else fortune love. The great man down, you mark his favourite flies, the poor advance makes friends of enemies, and hitherto doth love on fortune tend, for who not needs shall never lack a friend, and who in want a hollow friend doth try, directly seasons him his enemy. But orderly to end where I begun, our wills and fates do so contrary run, that our devices still are overthrown, our thoughts are ours, their ends none of our own. So think thou wilt no second husband wed, but die thy thoughts when thy first lord is dead.
Nor earth to me give food, nor heaven light, sport and repose lock from me day and night. To desperation turn my trust and hope, and anchor's cheer in prison be my scope. Each opposite that blanks the face of joy, meet what I would have well, and it destroy. Both here and when, and hence pursue me lasting strife, if once a widow, ever I be wife.
If she should break it now.
'Tis deeply sworn. Sweet, leave me here awhile. My spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile the tedious day with sleep.
Sleep rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain.
Madam, how like you this play?
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the arguments? Is there no offense in it?
No, they do but jest. Poison in jest. No offense.
What do you call the play?
The Mousetrap. Mary, how? Tropically. This play is the image of a murder done in Vienna. Gonzago is the duke's name. His wife, Baptista, you shall see anon. 'Tis a knavish piece of work. But what of that? Your Majesty, and we that have free souls, it touches us not. Let the gallant jade wench, our withers are unwrung. This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king.
You are as good as a chorus, my lord.
I could interpret between you and your love, if I could see the puppets dallying.
You are keen, my lord, you are keen.
It would cost you a groaning to take off mine edge.
Still better and worse.
So you mistake your husbands. Begin, murderer, pox, leave thy damnable faces and begin. Come, the croaking raven doth bellow for revenge.
Thoughts black, hands apt, drugs fit, time agreeing. Confederate season, else no creature seeing. With Hecate's thou mixture rank of midnight weeds collected, with Hecate's band thrice blasted, thrice infected. Thy natural magic and dire property, unwholesome life, usurps immediately.
Poisons him in the garden for his estate. His name's Gonzago. The story is extant and written in very choice Italian. You shall see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife.
The king rises.
What? Frighted with false fire?
How fares my lord?
Give o'er the play.
Give me some lights. Away!
Lights, lights, lights! Why? Why, let the stricken deer go weep, that heart ungallant play, for some must watch while some must sleep, thus runs the world away. Would not this, sir, in a forest of feathers, if the rest of my fortunes turn turd with me, with two provincial roses on my raised shoes, get me a fellowship. And cry of players?
Half a share.
A whole one, aye, for thou dost know, O Damon dear, this realm dismantled was of Jove himself, and now reigns here, a very, very Jacques.
You might have rhymed.
Oh, good, Horatio! I'll take the ghost's words for £1,000. Did this proceed?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of the poison?
I did very well note him.
Aha! Come, some music. Come the recorders. For if the king like not the comedy, why then belike he likes it not. Parody. Come, some music.
Good, my lord. Vouch me with a word with you?
Sir, the whole history.
The king, sir,
Aye, sir, what of him?
is in retirement, marvelous his temper.
With drink, sir.
Oh, no, my lord, with collier.
Your wisdom should show itself more richer to signify this to the doctor. For me to put him to his purgation would perhaps plunge him into more color.
Good, my lord, but your discourse into some fame, and start not widely from my affair.
I am tame, sir. Pronounce.
The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
You are welcome.
Nay, good my lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's commandment, if not your pardon, and my return shall be the end of my business.
Sir, I cannot.
What, my lord?
Make you a wholesome answer, my wits deceased. But, sir, such answers as I can make, you shall command, or rather, as you say, therefore no more, but to the matter. My mother, you say.
Then thus she says, your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration.
O wonderful son that can so astonish a mother, but is there no sequel at the heels of this mother's admiration? In part.
She desires to speak with you in her closet. Ere you go to bed.
We shall obey. Were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
And do still, by these pickers and stealers.
Good, my lord, what is the cause of distemper? You do surely bar the door upon your own liberty, if you deny a briefs to your friend.
Sir, I like advancement.
How can that be, when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark?
Aye, sir, but while the grass grows, the proverb is something lusty. Oh, the recorders, let me see one, to withdraw with you. Why do you go about to recover the wind of me, as if you would drive me into a toil?
Oh, my lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is too unmannerly.
I do not well understand that. Will you play upon this pipe?
My lord, I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
I know no touch of it, my lord.
It is as easy as lying. Govern these vintages with your fingers and thumb. Give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, these are the stops.
But these cannot I command to any utterance of harmony. I have not the skill.
Why look you now how unworthy a thing you make of me? You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. You would pluck out the heart of my mystery. You would sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass, and there is much music, excellent voice in this little organ, yet cannot you make it speak? Sblood, do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you can fret me, you cannot play upon me. God bless you, sir.
My lord, the queen will speak with you presently.
Do you see yonder clouds that's almost in shape of a camel?
By the mask it is like a camel indeed.
Methinks it is like a weasel,
It is backed like a weasel,
or like a whale.
very like a whale.
Then I will come to my mother by and by. They fool me to the top of my bent. I will come by and by.
I will say so.
By and by is easily said. Lead me, friends. 'Tis now the very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out, contagion to this world. Now could I drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look on. Soft, now to my mother. O heart, lose not thy nature. Let not ever the soul of Nero enter this firm bosom. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none. My tongue and soul in this be hypocrites. How in my words some ever she be sent to give them seals, never my soul consent.